manager would be sat next to him. In this case it's my wife, obviously, but just use your imagination. And unless something controversial has happened, in which case they'll stagger the interview. Over at Melwood, our training ground, is a similar setup, slightly larger, where the players give interviews, but for post-match managerial and sometimes new signings, they're done in this very room. Bless you. And the camera person, they're normally in the middle, and they're told not to go above, below or outside of the board. That way it makes it look like some large high-tech facility. These boards, they're interchangeable. They can be taken down, swapped over, dependent on the competition, dependent on the sponsor, and that shows the website, the logo, and of course the sponsors. But that's not the only reason that we bring you into the press and media room, because this area used to be something completely different, and it holds a lot of history. Anybody care to hazard a guess? Yeah. This was the site of the original boot room. That's the original door. The wall came along and went back just in front of that pillar with the clock on it. In this particular area here, the apprentices would clean and polish the boots, change the studs, and then there was a door that went into a small 10-foot by 10-foot room. The boots would be hung up and the kits laid out below. And the great managers, Fagan, Paisley, Shanks, they've all been in there talking tactics. 4 of the European and many of the league titles were plotted and won from the small confines of the old boot room. So here's our new signing. Come and sign on the dotted line here. Here's your fee, £2 million. Okay, you want more obviously, don't you? There's 3 million. Now, early in the 1990s, the face of football changed because the Premiership was born and Sky Television came along. Sky Sport, they went round all the top flight clubs and they gave them lots and lots of money, millions of pounds, which they all accepted gratefully, ourselves included. But in return for that money, Sky Sport, they wanted access, they wanted interviews, and they demanded that every top flight club should have a press and media room just like this one. Oh, he's awake. With ours being a Victorian ground, we were limited on space, and the only way that we could facilitate it was to get the players not to report daily here to Anfield, but to go straight over to Melwood, the training ground, which of course meant we didn't have to store the boots here, and we didn't have to store the kit here either. So the powers that be at the time, they made the monumental decision to knock down the old boot room. How many of you are superstitious? Put your hand up if you're superstitious. 13. 13. Well, since the old boot room wall was knocked down, Liverpool Football Club have not won the league title, the league championship, the Premiership, whatever you want to call it. We haven't won it since that wall came down. So who would like to see the old boot room brought back? Yeah, lots of people would at the club here too. And when we go down to the home team dressing room, Kate, my wife, might tell you a bit about how Rafa Benitez tried to restore a bit of the old boot room ethic back to the club. But for now, we've got a special day today for Taylor. Where's Taylor? Yeah, Taylor's 18 today. Do you want to come up, mate? You can sit next to my wife.